Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mr. Chris video. We are back for the free-to-play teams against MORIA, and these are the 10-star bosses, and we're going to start off with Int. And for this teams, obviously we are using our Brook as our friend captain for the extra boost and also tokens, which is really nice. And Luffy is actually a really good captain for this quest. Unfortunately, we don't proc his X super because it does have quite a high requirement of 4 straw pirates besides himself. So we're just gonna ignore that. We do have Brooks luckily though, which is kind of cool. So we are going to just kill on stage 1. We have nothing to do here. And then on stage 2 we can actually use our Bakura, Dice and Mr. Tanaka to give the enemy a conditional attack boost on the final stage, which otherwise wouldn't be possible, but Bakura allows you to go through the immunity, which is really cool. So use them, and we're gonna have to hit 4 greats. I might be thinking, okay, but we have to get through the 4 good barrier, but we are going to be using Sanji to get around the barrier, give us matching orbs, and also give us a chain boundary so we can get around the chain attack down. Besides that, you can just use your Brook special and then also use Arlong. And the reason I'm using Moby Dick is just to make it a bit high chance of us getting the free proc of the Brook special, which is really helpful. And then I forgot to hit my greats, but it's only really going to be later on when you need that conditional attack boost, so just don't be too worried if you don't hit the 4 greats. But as you see there, he has like full immunity besides increased damage taken, so that's why he would be so good. But there we have Brook giving us reduction of the crewmate special bind, or the silence debuff. Do I hate that debuff so bad. But Ace is really good. He's going to give us an attack boost of 2 turns. He's gonna also change all of our block orbs into matching, and then we can also use our Luffy special, and that's pretty much it. But now we can also just use our Brook again, get rid of the bind, and then also use Sanji for a chain boundary effect and getting rid of the enemy's barrier. And that's basically it. As you can see, we have a wide variety of buffs here to make the kill as easy as possible, and we can just hit our perfects. Awesome. So that's the first team against the Int variant. Hello everyone. Okay, wait, so this is the second team. I don't know why I'm saying hello again, because this is kind of a whole different day I'm recording this, but here we have the second team, and I have a lot more energy because I was recording the first boss when I just had to go to school, so didn't have much energy then. But it's Sunday now, or Saturday, so Trish Map or KIZUNA is going to end tomorrow, so these are quite last minute teams. But I'm going to show you against the quick boss here. So of course, using our Brook friend captain, you definitely don't need a plus 600 cotton candy friend captain. And you may be thinking, why is there a crewmate missing? And that's because I literally couldn't think of who to put there. You can put anyone there if you have an idea to increase damage. I mean, I've tried to look for characters that'll help, but in terms of free to play, there's not much else I can really add to this team. So I mean, I just left it empty because I don't want to put some random character there and then feel like an idiot when I don't even use them on the team. But how this team works is we do have a bunch of chain because we have a really big chain attack down that we have to get around on the final stage of 4x at level 30 plus. And I forgot to mention that these teams will indeed work at level 30 plus. Otherwise they'd be pretty bad. But yeah, free to play completely 100%. And then on the second stage here we get half of our HP cut. We can use the special of Yamato to get around 3 of the turns of the bind. Oh wait, you should put a unit that reduces bind in that spot. Damn, I feel like an idiot right now. But put someone there that reduces bind by 2 turns. That's the one thing I forgot, because Yamato only gets around 3 turns. Originally on this team I used Bakura, Dice and Mr. Tanaka, but they were kind of pointless because that's all they did. They reduced bind. That was literally it. But Yamato gives us a chain growth rate in the final stage, so that was pretty nice. But I'm gonna come back with this team with a bind reducer like I should have in that slot, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I'm back from Hoosville, and now we can actually play the quest properly. Stage 2 here we have what's his face, what's his name, I was gonna say Arlong, but no, we have Arlong the crew.
But that doesn't matter. We are going to be using Nami for bind reduction, orbs, as well as a conditional attack boost to just make the stage a lot easier to kill. We can use Yamato for a train growth rate. That's literally it. We actually don't even need Arlong anymore because we mainly used Arlong for his threshold. But I mean, he also kind of useful for getting our HP down for the Brook special. To automatically activate, so that's kind of cool anyways, and also giving us a chain boost for the final stage, so it's actually pretty good. No hate to Arlong. If you want to, you can also use Luffy on this turn, because I mean we can't use him on the final stage, so I mean why not. We can use his super type on the final stage, which is what we're gonna do. It's kind of sucky that the only unit that doesn't have an orb is our what's his face Brook, but it doesn't even really matter. Arlong is great for damage either way. And oh my days, we can't survive it. Oh my days, we're supposed to use Yamato first. I mean, Arlong first. Well. Okay, so apparently the nuances between those two is that Arlong reduces damage after 5k by a massive amount, but Yamato only reduces it by 80% after 5k, which is not that great for what we need. So I'm gonna be back and we can use Arlong first. Okay, Arlong first. We get the big threshold, the better one. So make sure you use him first, otherwise you're gonna die. Or I mean, I don't think you really even need to get Brook automatically on the final stage. It's really not necessary. So you could just change out the ship and then you'll survive anyways, regardless of Yamato or Arlong or whoever. Luffy, you don't really need to use a special, but I mean, it's extra damage. So I forgot to mention, make sure you hit a lot of perfects, because whatever chain you build up now, you get 10% of that carried over with the Blackbeard special. So it's very, very, very nice. So the final stage, as I said before, has very, very high chain attack down that we have to get around. So as I said, it's gonna help a lot if you do get the Blackbeard chain a bit of a higher effect. And of course there we survived it with Arlong with plenty of health to spare, so yeah, it's definitely a much better option. We have Intimidation for base attack boosts, and then we also get the enemy inflicted with the damage, increased damage taken through the immunity because of our amazing Blackbeard. You can use Brook and Brook and Luffy super types. And yeah, I think you should just use Brook on the final stage instead, because then you don't get matching orbs. That's the issue. But it's really not that big of a deal. Just use Thingy on the final stage and you'll be fine. I think we had we broke through the attack down there, so we were able to kill very easily. So that's basically it for this team. Let's get into the final one. Orbs, you can just play around with that because you can save orbs and then like carry them over into the final stage. But yeah, final team against Sai. Okay, so this is the last team of the video, and we are using Tashigi. She's a great free-to-play captain with her level 1 break, so of course it is required. It really is good for a captain and a special. A special is a bit annoying though, because it only reduces 4 turns of threshold and damage reduction. And you can get 6-turn utility from her, but the issue is it's really hard because you have to overheal. And no one likes that. It's always such a rubbish effect and requirement from characters. So that's the main gripe I have with her. But I mean, excellent captain / cerebral works well with Brook, and also her special works really well on stage 2, even though it does fall a bit short. So on first stage here, we are just going to store 1 turn to ensure our ADO is ready on the final stage, or ADO, whatever you pronounce his name. He is actually less accessible than the rare recruit I have on the team, which you might be thinking there's no recruit here, but the support of Beppo on Kid-in-Law is going to allow us to get rid of the last turn of the 5 thresholds on the second stage here. And it is a very old, like 80-old rare recruit, so most people will have him. Adio, I'm not too sure about him because he's a one-time rare free-to-play character. He was from my login bonus not too long ago. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people will have him, but it's still free-to-play. So on stage 2 here, we can just hit our perfect on our kid-in-law. Make sure you do hit a perfect, otherwise the run will be ruined. So I would recommend using a ship that makes it easy to hit perfects. So that's it for stage 2. We also get a bunch of chain buffs the kid-in-law carries over in addition to the end of turn damage. Oh, it's raining quite a bit. But yeah, on the final stage, we get a special limiter, which is reduced by Akainu's potential ability. Besides that, he's also used for her Ignite conditional attack boost, as well as the Perona, as well as the Despair reduction. Perona is then used to give us an attack boost, as well as a threshold, which is nice to get around the death hit after a turn. At this point, all we really have to do is, oh yeah, also use Brook for the orb boost. Why not? Now just hit your perfects. We're gonna not kill him in this turn because we do have to deal with the damage limiter. But besides that, it's fairly easy to kill. Then on the revive, or not the revive, but the second turn, we are going to use ADO for his damage reduction, and also getting rid of the enemy's bind, or our bind. We also get the ability to swap orbs, which is great. We can swap Perona's matching orb, which is guaranteed from his special, and swap that to Brook. And at that point, we don't really care about anything else. We can just hit our perfects and kill off Moria. We do have the 85% DR from our ADO, and that's going to allow us to survive the 100k death hit. So that's it for this team. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you guys want to see from future Kizunas. Honestly, this Kizuna was pretty good, but I didn't really participate in Super Boss. Not very unfortunate, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe and like if you want to see more teams like this in the future. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.